Good evening, folks, and welcome. This is the Molen I got from Jay at Jay's Vintage Junk. Check out his channel at Jay's Vintage Junk. I'll include a link. He does computers and a bit of this stuff. He's mainly computers, but he'll tackle a bit of this stuff as well. He's sort of like he's like a Swiss Army knife. He'll he's a bit of a jack of all trades. Have a go at anything. You know, he can put his hand to most things and sort it, no problem. Anyway, I'll include a link to his channel. And Gadget UK 164 Retro Gaming Repairs and Mods, I'll include a link to his channel as well. Because he's another one I watch and I think he's absolutely brilliant. They're the main two that I actually watch. Although I do watch others, but anyway, I'll give them to a mention anyway, because they're the main two that I actually bother with. Anyway, like I say, Jay's a friend. He's, we became friends by talking on YouTube, and we've done a few deals with each other and whatnot. He's ended up with stuff that I had, and I've ended up with stuff that he had. And speaking of which, I'll give you a quick update on the Fair Coat No Knickers Fidelity. That's in my front room with a pair of Dynatron speakers plugged into it. Jay actually heard that on Monday when he called in. I put Fleetwood Mac on it, and he heard that when he came, and he looked suitably impressed, and he did actually say that it can actually give a good account of itself, which it can. It left the factory in 1970 odd, between 73 and 75 they were made, I think. And the Radio Master, Fidelity Radio Master, to give it its proper title. And when it left the factory, it was capable of 4 watts per channel into 8 ohms, I think it was, or was it 15 ohms? It was one of the two. Some people say 8 ohms, other people say, yeah. But somebody said on the Vintage Radio forum that the speakers were 15 ohms. So I'd have to say then yes, it's 15 ohms. Or 16 ohms. Anyway, getting back to it, it was 4 watts per channel, making 8 watts total, both channels driven. From them little epoxy ICs that were in there. Anyway, as you know, I did a rebuild. And I upgraded the amplifier slightly, only slightly. It's now 20 watts per channel. 20 watts per channel, 40 watts both channels driven, and it really does give a good account of itself. It sounds clearer than what it did when it was new. It goes louder. It really makes them Dynatron speakers sound really good. Anyway, getting back to this is the Molen I also got from Jay. And I got this on Monday. And it did have a deck with it, although the deck's down there. This is my BSR that I restored a couple of weeks ago. And I say restored, I actually did restore, and I painted. Oh, just a quick word on restoring. There's a bloke on eBay bought a record player from me. I think he's called Adam Tracks. Be wary of him, folks. He'll buy your stock and then he'll take the credit for restoring it. I bollocked him for it. The guy's a dick, and I don't care if he watches this. I ain't arsed. Those of you that know me know not much bothers me. I don't give a shit about most things, and I hate it when somebody else takes the credit for something that somebody else has done. Just have a quick sip of my coffee. It's not fair, it's unethical, and really there'd probably be some area where you can bloody sue them for that. Anyway, if you were in Liverpool you could sue them. I mean, they call that Compensation City, don't they, Liverpool? Anyway, but that's not to put Liverpudlians down. I like Liverpudlians. Or to be more common, Scousers. Anyway, hello to everybody, all my viewers in Liverpool. And I'll just chew some off my finger. Bad nail. There we go, sharp nail, there we go. Anyway, let's get on with this. I'll let it drop the record and play the first little bit there. Look at that silent. There we go, look at that. I won't let it play the first track, I'll move it on and we'll have the second track. I should use that tune for when I next do a repair in my underpants. Well, there's something for you. Didn't know I did repairs in my underpants. Didn't know I had anything in my underpants to repair. Yeah, I was caught on camera working in my underpants for early hours one morning. I didn't realise it, but a few people spotted it. But I don't care. I fart and burp and everything. I don't give a shit. There we go. Let's have the second track. This is a nice track. It's called Soul Coaxing. That's right and left. I'll just move that to the end so you see it come off. There we go. Look at that. Spot on. There we go. Get that straight. Let's change the camera angle. You don't see my fat belly, do you? Whoops. My camera remote interferes with my speakers. There we go. Zoom right out. And there we go, you can still see my fat belly, but still never mind. Do I care? No! I don't care. Anyway folks, let's just give you a quick demonstration. I need to clean that record. Of a couple of 45 RPM. I'll only play a couple of seconds of these. That operates absolutely beautifully and smooth, you know. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, this deck works better than what it did when it left BSR. And the tracking weight, which I've measured, it actually tracks at 3.5 grams. And that's with the adjuster fully back in the plus position. I can't get it any heavier. and it's using what we all know and love as the cheap Crosley cartridge. It's got one of them in it, and it's tracking absolutely beautifully. There's not a problem, not an issue with it. Look at that. There we go. There we go, folks, and I can't show you 78 because the stylus won't play 78s, and I'm not going to ruin it by putting one on anyway. And that's it. That's the Van der Molen that I picked, or didn't pick rather, that I was given by Jay from Jay's Vintage Junk, and it now lives to fight another day. Oh yeah, a couple of points on this. When he gave me this, when we discussed this, he did actually say, let's turn it off, it's only on now. He did actually say that there was no record deck. Anyway, he did actually include one. He gave me this one, which is a cheaper version of that one. It's got a plastic turntable and no cueing device. Anyway, so anyway, he gave me that, and somebody had hacked away at the motor board. So what he did, Jay fitted this one, but only loosely fitted it, and you know, obviously because he was preparing it and hadn't got around to finishing it. So anyway, so that was how I got it. And what I did, I took the old motor board out. It was difficult, but I got it all out. And I had to remove these lid supports here on either side. I had to remove them to get it out. But I got it all out. And I had to take this piece of trim off the original board. And it's a really good colour match, as Jay said himself. You know, the colour match was good. Although I have actually used some wood dye on it to just make it a bit better. And I've re-glued this piece of trim onto here. And I've glued and pinned this motor board in, and that's not going anywhere. That's good. And obviously I've put my my freshly restored, you could say factory fresh more or less, BSR 141 R1 deck in it, and as I say, it's got the cheap Crosley cartridge in it, but it's working brilliantly. I'm really happy with it, and you know, it's another one for me to either keep or sell. I've not decided how much I like it yet, but whether I want to sell it or keep it, I'll probably sell it. But just be aware, folks, when you're putting stuff on eBay, that there's a louse on there, and what he's doing is taking the credit for other people's work. And I don't think that's nice. I think that's dead wrong. And if you do something, then he should give you credit for it, not buy your stocking and say he's done it himself. That's dead wrong. But his name's Adam Trax, I believe, if I remember rightly. Anyway, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'll include a link for Jay's Vintage Junk and another one I watch, Gadget UK. 164 retro gaming repairs and mods. I watch him, so I'll include in the description the links to those channels. And anyway, folks, you all take care, and I'm not sure what's on the bench next. Well, I know what's on the bench, that BSR is, but I'm not doing a video on me servicing that, because you've seen me do a video servicing this one and it's up there. And it's called BSR Rebuild 101, I think. And I say 101 because it's the final lesson, should we call it, in how to do this particular BSR. I've done a UA8, so I won't be doing a UA8 again. I've not done a UA14 SS, and I won't be doing one because I've got this one here, which is basically the same bloody thing near enough. I've got this here, I'll just show you this. I've got this here, and this is a UA12. This is out of my Dansett Bermuda. It's an early Bermuda because it uses that deck. The later ones had the BSR SS. SS standing for Super Slim. Incidentally, for those who don't know. Anyway, that was basically the same as a UA14 SS, so it's the same idea. Mechanism linkages exactly the same, just the shape of it's a bit different. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, am I gonna leave it there? Yeah, and I'm gonna do a Garrard SP25. I thought I'm gonna do 101s on the UA12. That'll cover the UA12 and the UA14 and everything above that. I've done one on here, and this one covers the well, it covers all these decks. That one down there, the McDonald, it covers all this style of deck, because apart from having slightly different a slightly different tone arm design, or maybe a metal or a plastic turntable or different trim, the mechanisms are exactly the same. Apart from some of the early ones with 16 RPM on, they had a slightly different mechanism, but I won't be covering that because they're not very common. And anyway, so you see me do this one. I'll do a Garrard. I'll do, as I say, I'll do that UA8. I've already done that, but it's been lying around the workshop now. So I'm waiting for my friend George to come and visit me and bring me a part that I need for that. He's got one for me. Young George Fiddler, he's got one there for me, so he's going to sort me out. He's going to help me out, and he's got something he wants me to help him out with, so that's fair enough. And that's how people should help each other. Anyway, folks, I'm going to crack on. Thank you very much for watching, and you know, if you like the channel, subscribe. If you don't like the channel, don't subscribe. If you're ecstatic and you unbelievably can't get enough, let me know. I will make more if I can. You know, what am I going to be doing next? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I've not planned that far ahead. I always say I could be dead in the morning, but I hope not. But I want to get the Dansett Bermuda done, but I can't move on that until the deck's done. Jay was talking about, I'll just mention this quickly, I'm sure Jay won't mind. He was talking about an upgrade he's come up with for the 3 volt crystal cartridge problem. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not going to go into detail because I don't have many details on it. He just outlined it to me, but I'm not going to say too much. But he's come up with an idea, and it's a good one, and I think we're all going to like it. And anyway, that's what Jay's got in mind, and I can't wait for him to restore that Ham International microphone he got, that desk microphone. I've got one of those myself. Mine's a slightly Mine's a slightly more upgraded model, but mine's got a square mic head on it, and it's got a tone control on mine. The tone control and volume on mine are sliders, and I rebuilt my microphone a long time ago, but I've never tested it to see if it works. But I didn't do a restore. I just did a recap and whatnot, and went through the preamp to sort it out. And I presume it works. Anyway, folks, you all take care. And like I say, if you like the channel, then, you know, give me a sub. No problem. Subscribe. There's more to come, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more on the channel than what you would actually think. I mean, you need to have a really good rifle through my videos and see what's on there. I mean, there's stuff on there from about 7 years ago, and you know, just demonstrating record players before I decided to start doing repair. In a minute, Scraps. In a minute, son. He's ready to go out. It was before I started doing repairs. All right. We're going in a minute, son. Yes, I know. He wants to get a load off his mind, folks. Let me see if I can put the camera on him. Let's just... Hang on a minute, fella. Let's see if we can get the camera on you. Now, if I do that and then go swing it that way, if I put me out, there you are. And now if I zoom in, everybody can see you. There you are. There you go. There you are. Let's just lift this up a bit. Oops, too high. Too low. I'll tell you what, you know, they use cheap Chinese motors in these radio controlled tripod mounts. You can't really get them. I mean, the pan you can get right, it's just the tilt that you struggle with. I mean, you know, but yeah, I'm actually impressed. I think they're pretty good. The motors are crap in them though. I mean, the motor in mine, the pan motor is actually broken. There's teeth broke off the motor already, and it only fell over, and the what do you call it? The state of my workshop, and let's get back to where we were. He's wandered off. Whoops. But basically, it fell over, and as it fell over, I caught it and I turned the camera. But they do tell you not to turn it by hand, and I caught the camera, and the camera swiveled on it, and it sheared some of the teeth off the gears. But the good news is, the replacement motor with the reduction gearbox and everything already there, just ready to fit and solder the wires on, it's only £1 from China. It's £1.70 for a replacement motor. So I've ordered one. I mean, I've put this in a position where I can tilt, where I can pan it, and it won't affect it because it doesn't hit any of the broken. It doesn't hit a point on the gear where there's no teeth. You know, I will put a new motor in when it arrives. I've ordered one. I'm waiting for it to come in. Anyway, folks, you've seen me. You've seen Scraps. It's him you have to thank for all these videos. You know, he's the boss, really. I just do as he says. And like now, he's saying, "Dad, I want to go for a walk. I'm coming now, son. You want to go out? Hey, you better not have just relieved yourself all over my bathroom floor, because we're going now." Anyway, folks, listen. Thank you very, very, very much for watching, and I really do hope you enjoy the content of the videos, and join me for the next one, when we don't know what it's going to be yet, because to be honest, I haven't really got any projects to do. I've got that big Federgraph tape recorder. I might throw that back on the bench and have a look at that with a fresh pair of eyes, because I've not had a look at that for a few months. So that might be one for having a look. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get going because I need to take in. Thank you very, very much once again. Bye for now, folks, and more to come later.